Hello, this week is our Math Unit 7 assessment, so I've created a math review and I will drop the link below. But I kind of just want to talk about some of the things on the math review first. So the first couple, you're going to see questions that say, how many counters do I need to make 10? And then they have to fill in the equation. So there's 10 frames on each of them. And so the way that you would do that is 1 plus what equals 10. So I would put in one of the boxes, I'd put 1, and I would say, okay guys, how many more do we need to make 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is right. So pretty simplistic. Having them use the 10 frame though does help. So then after that, there are some questions that go on to say what numbers have the same sum as 1 plus 9. So I like to remind my kids that what the sum is by saying add in, sum. The sum is at the end. So I would say, okay, this is an add in, sum. Okay, well if I add these together and the sum is 10, what are other numbers that can make 10? 5 plus 5 make 10. 2 plus 8 make 10. So having them identify, first, what the sum is. What is a sum? The sum is what happens when you add together two add-ins. So having them understand that vocabulary, and then what numbers. And there's going to be more than one answer. There's more than one possibility. So that's good and that's encouraged. And then there's questions that look like this. And there's two problems. Like this top one says 2 plus 8 and the bottom says 8 plus 3. Are the sums the same? Why? So 2 plus 8 is 10. 8 plus 3 is not 10. So it's 11. So then I would say, are the sums the same? Well, if this is 10 and this is 11, then the sums are not the same. Why are they not the same? Because when you add 2 plus 8, it equals 10. 8 plus 3 equals... And so you can have them draw a picture, you can have them do anything like that, but why? They're not the same because the sums are different, right? So that's, they can draw a picture, they can do different things like that to try to get the answer, but definitely telling you why they're not the same, and if they think they're the same, having them work them out separately would help. And there's some that are the same, so 6 plus 4, 4 plus 6, are the sums the same? Yes, they are. Why? Well, right here, these are just switching the add-ins, and so we have a thing that's called commutative property. Switch those add-ins round and round, switch those add-ins round and round, the sum stays the same, right? So commutative property. Switch those add-ins round and round, the sum stays the same. So why are they the same? The add-ins flipped, the sum stays the same. And then it says, well, there's something like this, and it says, will the differences be the same? So it says 15 minus 2. Well, you could have them work that out. Okay, so that equals 13, and then it says 2 minus 15. Well, they should be able to identify that you cannot subtract 2 minus 15. And how I like to say that is if I start my story with the first number. So if I have 2 cookies, can you take 15 away from me? Nope, because I don't have 15 to give away. So the differences will not be the same because you cannot solve this problem because the smaller number comes first. So even though later on in like geometry and algebra like that, they can solve it, right now, the sums are still not the same, even though it's negative. And then there's some ones that look like this, and there's animals. And this one says, a crab has 5 legs on each side. How many legs does a crab have? Write an addition sentence to justify your answer. Okay, so if he has 5 legs on this side and 5 legs on this side, how would I do it? Well, I would do 5 plus 5, and it equals 10. So having them be able to identify that there's 2 sides, and he has 5 on this side and 5 on this side, this addition sentence would look like 5 plus 5 is 10. And there's one more. It says, Miss P knows that 4 plus 6 is 10, but she wants to know the difference of 10 minus 4. So it's them understanding the fact families. So if Miss P knows that 4 plus 6 is 10, she wants to know the difference of 10 minus 4. So go ahead and letting them solve the problem 10 minus 4, and they can identify that, oh, it's just the inverse property of what we've been learning, and then it's fact family. So they know that those 3 numbers can make 4 addition or subtraction statements. So, and there's some more that go like that. And then there's this one, and it says fill in a missing diagram. And so this is like part, whole. And it's been a while since we've done that with that terminology. So it'd be like part, whole. Well, right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots, and this is 10. Okay, so it says, what is the number sentence that fills in this diagram? blank plus 5 equals 10. So if I know that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a lot of times I just have them count up. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, well, how many dots do I have on this side? Well, I have 5. So then the answer would be 5 plus 5 is 10. So that helps them. I didn't making sure they remember that it's part whole. They're trying to get to this number right here. This is their end goal. And I believe that is it. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, to email me, and I'll drop the link for this review below. Thank you so much and have a great week.